Hi all, a warm welcome to all of you for the today's session. And as you all can see, today is the day third for the Advanced Frontend Mentor series. Hi all, welcome. Waiting for someone to join. I have already picked up the project. The name of the project is Philo Data Storage Component. This is a desktop view. This is a mobile view. We will be doing both. Hello all, waiting for some more to join. Then we will start. One second, one second. So let's start now. It's a lengthy project as compared to the projects what we have completed last week or in the past 2 days. So as I told you also, we will be learning new thing in every project. This project also we have CSS variables, and hope you all will enjoy it. So let's start now. Hi all, welcome. So this is the project what we will be doing today, and the name of the project is File Data Storage Component. Let's go inside and we'll download the starter files. So the basic downloading has been completed. Let us quickly check out what they have given and what they are expected. What they are expected is very clear. This is what we need to do. As you all can see, the background image has been provided by them. This is one section, this is other section. All these three icons are there, and they will be given with a image tag. Okay, fine, perfect. Mobile view. Okay. So what I can feel, a lot of a lot of styling is there. Basic HTML part is not so big, but styling is a lot of styling is to be there. So let's increase the font size. Okay, index or HTML, what they have given. One sec, view. Okay, fine. So quickly link CSS first, and we'll create a file. Okay, perfect. So let me check in live server. They actually have given nothing, as you all can see. Nothing they have given, so we have to build today actually from scratch to the view that they have given this. So without wasting time, one sec. Uh, let's. You have used 815 GB of storage. Fine. Okay. So So let's start now. Let's have a div with class name as container. And inside this div, we will be having a main. Main will also have a class. The name of the class will be, let's say, navigation. And inside this main, we'll have a image. As the logo, and we'll have the alt also as logo, and we will be having a class also. Here class is not required, as I can see. One second, let me have a view. Okay, this and this. So primarily we will be doing the basic HTML for this philo part first. So this philo image has been inserted now. As you all can see, a blue box here as a logo, as the color of philo is white and the background is white, so you can't see the image. But by selecting Control A, there is something which is the philo one. So now, where are we? Okay. So now, one second, one second. Some more thing is required. So first, change the name. Let's have the name as card, and after this main, let's have a section, and inside this section, let's have a class. Class name is navigation. And inside this section, we'll move the image part. And after this, we'll again have a nav bar. We'll again have a nav bar, and we'll again insert a class. As name as navigation bar. And inside this navigation bar, we'll have a button tag. Here again we have to give a class in the button. Again we have to give a class in the button. Fine. And the class will be nav item. In the name of the class will be nav item. Let me quickly preview. Okay, 1, 2, 3 items are there. Fine. So nav item class has been given there. Okay, fine. And we will do one thing. We'll have a name also. The name will be document. Now inside this button, let's say image src, and we'll have the image folder. The image name will be icon document, and in alt we'll have the name as document icon. So as you all can see, there are three buttons. So we will simply copy this thing three times and paste it from here to here. Control C, Control V, and Control V again. So let us quickly change the name. Icon folder, and we'll have the name as folder icon, and the last one will have icon upload. Will have the name as upload icon. Okay, perfect. So let's save it. Okay, fine. Now as you all can see, and this is the section. Let me see the section. Okay, fine. So this section, the section which is in the left side, has now been created, as you all can see. Let me go to the web page quickly, and one sec, control A. So this is the icon and philo. These are the three image tags: document, folder, and upload. And now we will be creating the HTML skeleton for the right side. One second. So now this is created. Now let's create another class as the class name as details wrapper, because here on the right side we have a details. We have a detail, we have a line bar, and there are so many things to do here. Let me go quickly, and details wrapper, and inside this details wrapper we'll have again a simple div with the name as details remaining. One second. Oh, why it is not working? In device, we again have a separate class for the right side. The name of the class will be details remaining. Okay, fine. And in this details remaining, we will have a span where we will move with this 185. Only 185 will move. Control X. Okay, and after this pen, we'll have this GB in the div. Why? Because 185 looks different, as you all can see, and GB left looks different. So we have to separate both the things. So going back, so we will create another section now. Oh, sorry. After this GB and this div, we will create another section and we will introduce a class here. The name of the class will be details container. The name of the class will have details container. Okay, fine. And inside this, we will have a p tag, and here we will be moving this thing. Okay, fine. So again, after this, the p tag, let's have another div, and inside this div, we'll have a class. There's a range, as you all can see. So we will be giving the name as range indicator container, and let's again have a class. The name of the class, let's say range indicator. Okay, fine. And inside this range indicator, we'll have another div. We'll have the class name as range point. Oh, sorry. It's range point from the starting to end. Let us wait for some seconds. Let me quickly check the class, as so many classes are there. In order to create any confusion, let me quickly check here only. Okay. So here we'll have a div. Inside this div, we'll have a class, a range indicator container, and inside this class, we'll have another div with the name as range indicator, and inside this, we'll have another div as range point. Range point. Okay. And as I can see, so let's have another div here, and inside this div, we'll have a class, and inside this class, we'll have a class name as details range. Fine, perfect. And we'll have a span, and inside this span, we'll move this. This 0 GB. Okay, perfect. And we'll have another span, and here we'll move this 1000 GB. Why? There is a reason, because as you all can see, both have the different CSS. Okay, fine. Okay, so I guess we are done with the basic HTML part. Let me quickly fine. Okay, perfect. So now we will be doing the styling part. The simple it looks, it's very complicated. N number of divs are there, and n number of classes are there. For each and every item you can see here has a different class and a different div. So going back to style.css, let me see quickly if they have given any Google font. Yes, they have given railway as the Google font. The font weight is 400 and 700. Okay. Where is 400? There is 400. Let's export it. Control C, and where's the style guide? Okay, here. Control V. Sorry. Control V. Okay. So here, let me tell you one thing. You will be seeing, or you will be learning the CSS variables now. So let's start now. The box sizing is border box. Font family will have the railway. Where is the font family? One second. Let me quickly. Okay, the name of the font family. One second. The railway. Okay. The fallback font sans serif. So as you all can see, the font size has changed now. Now we'll go to a different thing. Before and after function we will be using. Here the box sizing will be inherit. So you all will see how things are moving. Every project has a different concept. Now, as you all can see, they have given us four different colors here: pale blue, grayish blue, dark blue, and very dark blue. So, using this as the variables, we will plan how to use them and where to use them. So, let's create CSS variables now. pale blue. One second. We'll do one thing. We'll copy the colors first. Control C and it's a variable. What we are declaring, and where is the color code? Pale blue. HSL 93%. Fine. So as you all can see, grayish blue. These are case sensitive. Very dark blue. Okay, so all the colors has been inserted using CSS variables. So now we will move to body. Let's have a background color. It's very dark blue. So as you all can see the reflection. Now the color, where is the color? Now the color will be pale blue. Save it. Font size will be 14 px and margin 0. Okay, fine. So now we will start picking the containers and do the styling of them. For this, as I told you, always copy the name of the containers. Uh, 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 Control C. So we'll have the background URL. Background URL as what they have given, the desktop. BG desktop. Yes, it start coming now, and we don't want repeat. So no repeat. Okay, fine. So then we'll have as background size. Sorry, background. Background sizes contain. Okay, perfect. So we'll have display as grid, and align item will be center, and after this align we'll have grid template as row, and we'll have the min max feature here, 250px, comma 1 fr, and we'll have 120px. So as you all can see, things are coming into shape, and here still so much of styling has left, as the main HTML is hanging in the top. We'll have to bring them down and divide it into two sections, left and right. So we'll have the height as 100 vertical height, and justify content has to be center. No, center will not work here. Stretch in justify item has to be center. So as you all can see, things are coming into shape. We'll have some padding also, 24px, and width will be 100%. So we'll again go to the next part of the styling. What we have given as the class card. So we'll have display as grid. The gap, let's have a gap of 24px. And justify content again has to be stretch, not start, stretch. Well, align item towards the end. After this, let's have a max width also of 960px, and grid template has to be column. Grid template has to be column with 1 fr and 1.5 FR. So the basic left and right are now created, and even after so much of scaling is left now, so much. So we'll go with the next class as navigation. Navigation, as we have already declared the colors as variables. One second. Which color? Dark blue. Okay. The border radius. Where is border radius? Sometimes shortcut will give you in trouble. Yes, the border radius will be 8px, 80px, 8px, and 8px. So as you all can see, the background or the outer shell is into picture is coming now. So we'll have a padding of 36 px, and display will be grid. Fine. So grid template has to be row. Grid template has to be row of 1 fr and 1 fr. Perfect. And let's have a gap also of 24 px. Okay. So the let's see the image first. So this is done, not done. It resembles as it's done, but it's not done. So we'll have justify content, as stretch, and min height. Let's have min height also 175 px, and min width. Min width is 175 px. So saving it, and now we'll have the next class as navigation bar. Control C. As I've earlier told you, so much of spelling is there. You can't even imagine. So be ready. Keep doing it. Keep practicing it. Display will be flex, and there's a gap. Will be 12px. Okay. So as you all can see, some gap has created between the three icons. So let's target the individual items now. Background color. Let's have a background color. What they have asked to use. Very dark blue. They were saying. Once again. Background color. very dark blue. Okay. Okay, and after this, let's have a border. Border radius will be 6 px, and the box shadow, no box shadow is required, so it is none. Border also not required, so none. Height, height is 48 px. Width is also same, 48 px, and let's have a padding of 12 px. Okay, now I will start checking the code once again before moving on to the next class. So nav item, fine background color is very dark blue, very dark blue. Border radius is 6 px, box shadow is none. Border height, border none, height 48 px, width 48 pixel, and padding is 12 px. Okay, perfect. So now we will moving on to the right side, which we have given the class name as details wrapper. This details wrapper and display has to be flex, and flex correction will be column. Flex correction has to be column. Okay, so saving it. Fine. Let's move on to the another class as details container. So many classes as we have so many classes we have given, and we have to style each and every class as there is a purpose giving of each and every class, which you also will be correlating with the HTML and CSS. So the display details container will have a background color also, what they have given as dark blue, and this is not working properly. Dark blue, perfect. So it's there. And border radius will be of 8 px, and border is of 8 px, and display will be grid template has to be row of 1 fr and 1 fr. Minimum height has to be 125 px. Padding, let's have padding also of 24 px. Okay, width, so where is width? Width have 100%. So who is coming out? Let me check this. Let's have a details container, and background color is variable dark blue. Okay, border radius at 8 px. Display will be grid template has to be column of 1 fr 1 fr both. Minimum height is 125 px, and padding is 24 px. But okay, fine. So let's move to the range part. Where is that part? Details range. Where is that? Okay, okay. Here is this class. Okay, so we will be styling this the range now. Display will be flex and justify content will be space between. Okay, so as you all can see, space is there. Now we will move on to the indicator part. The range indicator container will have again a background color as very dark blue. Fine. Okay. Yes. 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 Very good. So we'll have a border radius also of 20 px and height of 20 px. Okay, fine. So we'll have also a margin of 12 px and 0. Okay, so this range is now coming into shape. Dot range indicator background color is this. Okay, border radius is 20 px, height is again 20 px, margin is 12 px and 0. Perfect. So let's target now the range indicator. And this is the range indicator. Control C. So here we will use background as what they have given in style guide. Let me check. They've given us a linear background. Okay, 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 okay. So Control C. So what they have given? They have given us linear gradient, and here to right, comma 1 second. So here what they have given, let me check quickly check is 65% they have given linear gradient, background linear gradient to right from 6 to 3335, from 6 to 335. Okay, 1 second. Oh, control that. Fine. So we will have, let's have border radius of 20 px. Okay, we'll have border radius of 20 px, fine. Then we'll have display as flex. What is display flex? Display flex, correct. And flex direction will be row reverse. And height will be 16 px. It will be 16, not ox, it's px actually. Typing mistake. So after this height, we'll have a margin also of 2 px, and width is 81.5%. So as you all can see, these are into shape now. We'll have, well, again we have given a different class also, as the class name is range point. As every class has a different function, so we need to give styles to each and every class in order to get the function to start reflecting in the page what in which we are working. Background color will be will have pale blue. Okay, perfect. After this, we'll have a border radius of 20 px, and we'll have height 14 px, width again of 14 px, and margin will be simple 11111 px. Okay, so this is the range point which we have created. Now moving on to the class details remaining. Let's see where the class. This is the class. In this, let's have line item as center, and background will be variable of pale blue. Pale blue is there. Okay, we'll have border radius of 4 px. Sorry, bordered of 4 px. And the color will be variable of very dark blue. Display will be flex. Gap 4 px. Justify content will be flex, and one second, This way content will be flex end. Okay, and let's have padding. Let's have padding of 18 px ppppx. Okay, 18 px. And after this, the position has to be relative for this section. I see. Let's assign this. Okay, and the max width will be 165 px. Okay, now this thing has to be moved to the right side of the box. For this, we have given a special class of span. We will be targeting that. Font size will be 24 px, and font weight will be here bold. So yes, it is coming to shape. Now, as we have given earlier the before and after, let's target those. Before we'll have border bottom of 10px solid and transparent, and we'll have border left also 10px solid and transparent. The same border right. Where is border right? Sorry, border right. Again have 10px solid and transparent. No, there is a color for border right, not transparent. Pale blue. And the color, as you all can see, one second. Uh, okay, the border top will be 10px. Border top will be 10px solid with the variable. What's the color will be the same variable as pale blue. Perfect. So save it, and moving on to the next, the content part. Content will be Okay, so the position will be absolute, and from right will be 0, and top will be, one second, top will be 63px. So this small arrow is now created. So now we are left with the last class as details remaining. Okay, one second. For details remaining, we will do one thing: align align self as flex, and from right we'll have 24px, and from top we'll have only 24px. So it has moved to the exact place where it is supposed to. See, so we are done for the day 3, as you all can see, and you are requested to please prepare the project, submit it with the help of GitHub in order to get the participation certificate. This is a very complicated site, and trust me, you all need to do a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the cooperation.